Alright, so let's continue processing bubble nebula. Think we need some music on. Some generic music that the YouTube won't copyright strike it or anything. Do tell me if the music is too loud or something, or if it's inaudible at all. Alright, so we got the alpha image and bicolor image yesterday. So what are we going to do today? Today we will continue processing of H-alpha image and then combining it hopefully, and if I like the result, it might even happen that we'll complete the image today, which should be quite cool. Alright, so what do we want to do with H-alpha? With H-alpha we will want to stretch it if we haven't already, so we haven't, and we'll want to do noise reduction beforehand maybe. It will be a very low noise reduction. Right, I will reduce the sound of music. So, very slight noise reduction. Thinking of maybe not using TGV denoise. But maybe just using MMT. And using very conservative settings. Alright, so we need image for inverted mask. So we'll just go usual way using HDRMultiscaleTransformation and alright, there we go. So I really want to protect all the area in the middle of the frame. I actually want only very slight noise reduction in the corners where the signal is the weakest. So we'll stretch quite strongly, I think. Right. So yeah, okay. And we'll probably just use 6 layers unless it starts introducing some artifacts that we don't want. Let's just use default settings for starters. See how that goes. Alright. So it's a bit stronger than I expected. But it's not that bad, I think. Let's see. Let's stretch a bit more. Okay, so I don't like this. We're losing some faint details here. This wisp is getting nicked. So, what do we do about that? I might backtrack on what I said before and just use TGV. And for TGV, I'm gonna use the arturas method, but I'm not gonna follow it exactly. Just in general guidelines, how you approached it. Alright, so the stretched image, we want to just stretch it more and make it like so that it wouldn't be less contrast. Well, just make less contrast in the image itself. This is good. And then just histogram transformation. This here, and we want around 50%. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, about 50 should be good. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, it's good. And we also need just simply stretched version for TGV mask. And here we go, the TGV. Local support, so we want this for local support. And we'll just use default settings and apply this as a mask. Right, and for the edge protection we'll just try seeing what statistics tell us. It's H alpha 16 bit, but we'll use normalized for a easier understanding of what amount is for edge protection. And we want some standard deviation for this, so 0.69. So alright, 0.7. We'll probably reduce that. Let's use default settings for everything else. Alright, so that's and let's reduce the edge protection. Alright, not the effect that we want, so let's reduce the strength. Right, so we are already seeing some edge reduction being applied, but it's creating this all blotchy look and it's ugly, so we need to adjust the settings further. And now it just we are playing with the settings to get the best result. Right, so this is very slight noise reduction. Let's just increase the strength. Yeah, way too much, and this is the worst thing that's getting introduced by TGV denoise, is this mottling of or blotches or something like that. That's one of the reasons why I don't like TGV denoise that much. Alright, so let's try reducing a bit more. Okay, let's increase strength. Okay, and this is a bit better, but it's too strong. Mottling still exists. So let's just go ahead and increase this and increase this. Should be better. But the strength is too high in general, so we want to get somewhere in the middle of it. Okay, now it's too weak. I think it went the other way. Alright, so noise reduction is happening, but it's still too weak. So let's just go like this. Right, this is much better, but the mottling is there. It usually is not evident at full resolution, but once you zoom out a little bit, it starts being visible. But the TGV denoise is giving us this nice thing that it's not removing the small details like these, well, the mid-scale details. Jonathan, using a neutral background preview with the lowest area. Well, that's basically it, but it still has nebula, so I'm not sure. Okay, let's see what it will show us on preview 3. It's not really different. It's showing same thing, just difference of 0.0003. So yeah, it doesn't affect it. It's still going way lower than that with additional with 2 zeros. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's just a starting point before we start tweaking here. Right, so it's almost I like this almost. Still some tweaking in there, maybe yeah. Using edge protection a little bit more. Right, yeah, this is much better. That previous setting gave us this soapy look, like something wasn't right, and this is looking much better now, and maybe just increase the strength of it a little bit. Okay, so let's reduce edge protection even further and increase the strength, and then we'll try with 500 iterations to see if it goes to shit or not. Okay, so I like this result. We're not losing details. and the details are actually enhanced with the reduced noise, the really small scale noise. I could try even going for higher with strength, I think, but I might go lower after trying 500 iterations. Yeah, this is still good. Alright, so let's increase to 500 and see what happens. I'll probably use just 300 iterations for whole image. But 500 will just reveal all the issues. It's still actually looking pretty solid, so I might even keep 500. Looking really good. Alright, let's try it on some higher signal areas like here, just for seeing if anything pops up. We don't want to wait for a few minutes and then see that it's bad and then go back tweaking it. Alright, so not much effect here, so that's good. We don't want any noise reduction in this high signal area, so that's good. So let's just apply it to whole view. Probably gonna take like a minute or two. Yeah, this is probably the third process that's taking quite a bit of time. Alright, and as I was saying that, it just finished. Alright, I really like this subtle noise reduction. It's much better than we had. The difference is really small. Sure, if you can even see in the stream. But I like the result, and this is exactly what I was trying to do. So good, we can continue. This will just give us possibility to push the background dust in the stretching, so a little bit further, just a tiny touch, but yeah. Alright, we're gonna keep these. This for later if we maybe we will need that for not inverted, but the luminance as mask for saturation. Maybe we'll see. So the next step will be touching it, and this is probably the step where most of the issues can be done to the image as well. If you push it too much, you'll ruin it. I'm still struggling myself with that, not pushing too much. But sometimes you just really wanna show all the everything that you captured, all the dust. That's a hard choice between this, so you could see everything, and something more conservative. Actually, even something like this looks pretty sweet and makes this look like 3D, but I know that I have enough signal in here to display it, so I'll just try pushing in it and maybe masking off the central part, so and using HDRMT for making it not that bright, so you could still see details in here. Actually, this looks really cool. This is the full resolution, and this is double it. It still looks good at double the zoom of the actual resolution, which is cool. Alright, so I think I want to do a range mask which will cover the central part. So I'll use this image. It's great. Yeah, probably we'll want to do a range mask on this, on another range mask, but it will be made from this range mask, so it will just be a bit more larger, a little bit larger, and we'll be able to fill in those patches there. We really want to have it diffuse, so the stretching using the mask would not be that noticeable and wouldn't have those hard edges. Okay, let's apply it and see how it looks like. Yeah, okay, something like that. Let's see how it looks like in histogram transformation. We don't really want to do much using that mask because it will look like really bad later. But just a little bit, give the background a little bit more breathing room when stretching the whole image. Let's see how it looks like when we stretch a little bit more. Or we actually could try using masked stretch, but I really never liked the results that it produces. It just ruins the source. I'm not sure about the stretch using the mask actually. Let's just compare the results using it and not using it. What we get like this, and let's try to see what we have here. Something is off. Something is not right here. I want to just compare the results. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like this. The masked result is not that good, so yeah, just get rid of it. What we could do is try running masked stretch just to see how it looks like, but I'm pretty sure it will look bad. So we need background reference for it, somewhere here, for example. This will look good enough. And what we have here is 002. Upper limit. We want something like 0.9 here, and probably like 200 iterations. Yeah, that's it. Let's try it. Yep, and it looks ugly as hell. Wow. What the hell? What is this? Are you serious? What? This is so bad. Oh my god. Disgusting. Alright, so let's reduce iterations. Let's try 50 and let's reduce target background to 0.303. Yeah, still terrible. I won't be using this. It reveals all this intricate background dust everywhere here, but we have some other tools for revealing that, so yeah, I'm not gonna use this. I'm just conventional stretch. Well, there are some other tools for stretching the image in PixInsight, like auto stretch and auto histogram. I've never really used any of these. Yeah, just like, what is this? There is this interesting tool which is called, how is it called? I forgot even the name of it. Oh yeah, exponential transformation, which is sometimes useful, can be cool to use in some images, but only after having a stretch done already. exponential transformation. Yeah, for this. So it just sometimes helps in increasing contrast in some areas, but yeah, let's just use conventional histogram transformation. So what we want to do is we definitely don't want to clip the background, probably even leave higher than the lowest possible value. I found that it's better to do that rather than making it as close as possible to the edge of the histogram. Usually the images look better with background areas of higher values rather than near pitch black. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so the surrounding dust is looking quite good. We don't want these previews, but the central area is overexposed a little bit, so we want to do something about that. Actually, maybe the stretch is too strong a little bit, so let's just fix that. Just a little bit lower. Some imagination, and for the person looking at the image, see all those filaments and stuff, so that just person could see, look for himself all those intricate details. Also, it's not looking, something is looking off with my color management, I think. Yeah, just I don't know. I'll deal with this later. Whatever. Okay. So I think we could use just that mask that I created previously, but I think I deleted it, so yeah, we don't want this. What if I just apply HDRMT directly without anything else? Let's see. It's probably gonna be way too strong and just ruin the image or not do anything that I wanted it to do. Yeah. I might be using some of this, but I need to mask it off. Let's see. let's see what does this make. Right, a bit better. We can start seeing the details back. But I'll probably just want to use percentage of that, so, and as HDRMD doesn't provide that possibility in the process itself, we'll have to just rely on pixel math. So let's use like half of it. Alright, that looks quite okay. I think we could use a little bit more, maybe 75%. And now we will probably wanna do some local histogram normal equalization and add quite high kernel radius for their surrounding dust in general. Let's run with these settings and see what happens. I'll also will want to run HDRMT on that bright part. We had that done on the starless image, but I think I deleted the range mask for that part, so we'll just recreate it and run it. Alright, so the contrast is increased overall. I quite like the result. It just gives some more dramatic look to the bubble itself, makes it stand out more, and also makes the dust brighter. What we want though is make the surrounding dust in here maybe a bit more. So let's get rid of this. Okay, so let's just firstly deal with that central part. Alright, and we are having these stars added in here as well, so let's just get rid of them by subtracting the stars from it. We didn't get all of them, so let's just use clone stamp to delete them. fine. We used 2 iterations previously, so I'll probably use that here as well. That just looks too strong. Let's try 7 layers. Everything here is too bright, I think I'll just have to do something about that. But I don't want to lose the overall feeling that this area is brighter and has stronger signal as well, so I'll have to think of that, of something here. This looks okay. Let's not delete this. I think I'll sharpen the image itself in the strong areas right now. We wanna sharpen that part as well, so we need to use clone stamp for masking off that area as well. And for sharpening, I'm just usually using MLT with bias. Let's try using 0.5. Probably it will be too much. I like the added detail, the crispiness of it, but it's too strong. It's creating this artificial look. So let's just reduce to 0.3. I think that's good. What's next? Alright, so let's keep using this mask and try doing something about that lightness. Let's see how it looks. It's a subtle effect, but I think I'll keep it. Alright, so what next we can do with this image is try pumping up the details here in the background, and for that I'll try using a background enhance script. So sometimes it works really well, but other times it doesn't. So let's see how it looks like this time. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Way too much. Way too much. Yeah, I think we'll have to increase the mask. Reduce the amount. We'll have the small scales here is large scales here. So small scales layers. Let's reduce that a little bit and let's see what that makes. How that looks. Right, much better and even usable, I think. Right. I think I'll just reduce amount even further. Let's see how the masks look like. Okay, this could be usable. We don't need any of these. Alright, so we can just blend between these for comparison. Yeah, I quite like this. We'll just play with contrast a little bit more using CurvesTransformation after combining it. I somehow want to make these pop a little bit more, but I'm unsure how to do that, so I could try using LocalHistogramEqualization with smaller scale details, just to see if that makes any effect. But at this point I'm feeling like I'm doing already too much of everything. So this bubble nebula is probably one of those more straightforward images to process actually, and doesn't require to do various things like fixing artifacts and such, and it's also only it's only H alpha and no 3, so that makes it easier as well. Right, so this is adding a bit more contrast inside the bubble and in some other areas, but not too much around here where I'd like to. Oh, maybe a little bit. Also, it's already creating artifacts. Yeah, it's already too much. You can see these are artifacts. Yeah, god damn it. Okay, so to get rid of those artifacts, what we wanna do is increase kernel radius. So let's try like, I don't know, some higher number. I'll just decrease histogram resolution. Let's see what does that look like. Hopefully that doesn't create an artifact. Alright, so I don't see artifacts being created, so that's a good thing. Okay, so I quite like this result, but I also don't. I think I've lost this sense of depth somewhere along the way, but I'll continue combining it with bicolor image just to see how it looks like. Maybe it just doesn't look like right at this moment, but maybe it's when it's combined with color, it's gonna look good again. But I think I might just roll back some of these changes. Okay, so let's see. So now the trickiest part is using H alpha as luminance. It will make all of this area pink. That's the biggest challenge to control. This image is brighter than the color image. Not by much, but just a bit. Alright, so let's just do it. It's called Final View. and let's just bump the saturation here and decrease lightness just a tiny notch. Let's see how that looks. Just as expected, it doesn't look that good. Okay, let's try working with this image before combining a little bit. So let's see, what can we do? I'm just trying to work with the color to increase its intensity, and when combining, making it so that the brighter luminance image still gets the same feeling of the color that we had without the luminance. Looks better. Still something is not right. Alright, I don't like that green tint over there, so we'll just try to get rid of it. We don't want to get rid of everything, a little bit. Make it a bit more blue. It's way too magenta here. I want it to be more red, I think. I'm just playing around with the colors right now. Wanna find something that looks good enough. Right, so let's just apply that. Let's see. I feel like I'm losing details here. In general, I quite like the color, but the details, yeah, I'm losing them. There are a couple of options how to deal with that, but let's just try getting the color right before. Alright, a bit more blue. Let's just need lefty curves or what? Yeah. Okay, let's stop playing around. What do I want to do? I think I'll play with masked, because otherwise I'm not getting the colors right the way I want. Something is not working. I'm not sure. Something is really off, and I can't get a hold of the colors the way I want to have them. don't know. I don't know. This everything is wrong here. Oh, there we go. I think I might have found it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be it. Alright. Finally. What if I try to use without a mask? Yeah, no. Maybe. Maybe. But, not this. Then, and not this. Maybe a little bit of that. Maybe even that. Tiny amounts, tiny amounts. Yeah, no, too much, too much. Maybe too much of this. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like this. Better for sure. Alright, so let's apply now the final view once again, as we have the calls and we want to get the details back in there. Let's see if this ruins the image or not. Right, as you see, we were losing the details here. Here as well. Right, let's try reducing the intensity before combining, just a tiny bit. I think this is what I'm looking for in general in this image, but as I said, I feel like I lost the sense of depth somewhere along the way while processing the H-alpha image. So I think I need to backtrack and let's see what did we do. I think we lost a lot with local histogram equalization or even HDRMD, or just trying reducing the intensity of the signal in here. about if we just play around with histogram transformation a bit more? Ooh, that looks interesting. But no. Maybe slight reduction in that. I'll keep it like this. How does it compare to when we got it? Alright, I think what I didn't like was local histogram equalization here, actually. Let's try using it without it. Oh yeah, much better, much better. Much better. Wow, what a difference. Yeah, I'll keep this. That's for sure. Okay, so I like this in general. Pretty happy about this. I'm not saying that it's done. I want to come back to it the next day just to verify if I still like it or not. Oh wow, wow, that's some crazy colors right there. That's actually quite interesting. The central part actually looks a bit like a modified Hubble palette. Yeah, okay, that was weird. So the last steps I usually do would be using this ICC profile transformation. So my color proofing should not be changing anything. Ooh, but it is. So yeah. Let's see. Alright, so this is the usual thing. Let's try saving it and opening it in the browser and seeing how the browser displays it. So is it displaying the weird version or not? Yeah, it's not the weird version, so that's good. Okay, that's good. That's good. So the last step would be creating a signature. I modified the script a little bit just so it would render the signature at the bottom right. There we go, but yeah. And that color doesn't look good with the rest of the image, so let's try some other color or the other shade of gray. Copy that. Just like let's see how that looks. Too bright. That's too bright. Alright, so let's try using opacity parameter. And the opacity of might as well. And let's try it like this. A bit better. And it's not intrusive. but let's try once more. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. This will do. So, if I'm not gonna change anything, this would probably conclude the recordings of processing the bubble nebula. And I hope this series will be useful to somebody, hopefully. And thanks for watching. So yeah, bye.